Welcome, everyone, to the Blocks Have Spoken. We are here to talk about the finale of Survivor 50. And Brett, we have our winner.
Rizzo lost fire making, by the way. Oh wait, was I too early with
Whoa,
that?
too
Are we not there?
soon!
Are we
Too
not there
soon! We
yet?
haven't talked about it yet!
Oh shoot! I might have jumped. I might have jumped the gun a little bit there. That's my bad.
It's okay. We all make mistakes. Oh my
Uh,
god. I cannot tell you the amount of mental gymnastics my brain did in that moment
yeah.
where I was like, is Jeff faking us out? And after going through mental gymnastics for a minute, I think my brain kind of was reached the point where it was like, you know what? Typically, the simplest solution is often the correct one. I think Jeff
Yeah.
just fucked up.
It would have been like, I don't know. That was tough. I didn't watch the finale live, but I heard I got a lot of stuff kind of like spoiled throughout the week because I was on vacation, and I had heard rumors of a mess up, and I remember I had messaged you right as I was watching the finale, and I was like, I've got some stuff spoiled, but I'm tuning in now, and you're like, oh, don't worry, Jeff spoiled some stuff too.
Well, I didn't know you. Last I heard, you were gonna watch it while you were on vacation. So
Yeah,
of course
yeah.
I'm sending things to you, spoiling you on things.
Well, I think you just said something about Ozzy getting a T-shirt, which was very funny.
I did say that. What
Yeah.
did I say? Hang
You
on. I'm finding what I wrote because it was so fucking funny. I was braid. Nope, that's not what it is. Fucking. Oh, where is it?
I found it. I found it right here.
Oh, Sari gets this amazing trophy, and Alazi gets this lousy T-shirt.
Very
Damn.
true.
Not
Very
to
true.
mention, Sari ends up getting also $100,000, but
Yeah, that is something I knew going in that she won like the favorite player or whatever. So I thought that's what the reward was, the little trophy. I was like, oh wait, no, this is she just getting a trophy. Okay. And then I was waiting for the shirt to pull up, and it did not
oh my
disappoint.
goodness. All right. So, should we just jump right into this?
We got
All right.
the final boss, Tiffany. Who would have thought?
I know. I remember saying this in an earlier episode, where I had made the comparison between Allison from David versus Goliath and Tiffany, and I
Mm,
still stand by that comparison. Where I think both of them were under edited crazily in the beginning of the game, but
yeah.
all of a sudden they're like these massive threats to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tiffany, we at least got a little bit more. I mean, I remember early merge, everyone's like, all right, we gotta split the vote on Tiffany. I'm not voting
Yeah.
Tiffany. Well, I'm not voting Tiffany.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like, if no one wants to vote Tiffany, what does that tell you?
Yeah. No, I think it's funny you brought that up because I have to find it. There's like some video I saw that came out recently where it was something like I saw it on Twitter. Somebody shared it. It was like talking about how the person who's like the fifth place, the final five person, is I guess historically very under edited. So that does kind of line up with what you're saying. With because who was the person you just said that? Because they got fifth
Allison?
place too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I remember that too. Where it's like everyone's like, yeah, we need to take them out. I was like, do we?
I don't think it's always a thing with fifth place.
Oh yeah, definitely not always, but
It does
um,
happen sometimes,
mm-hmm,
though.
mm-hmm,
I know. I'm sure if I looked at fifth placers, I could probably come up with other
yeah,
examples. But off the
mm-hmm,
top of my head, I can't even remember most
yeah,
fifth placers on seasons. I mean,
mm-hmm.
fifth might have been what Mitch got in like 48,
Is
but I
that
don't
when he
think
made
Mitch
his
was
big
that
move?
massive of a threat to win.
Yeah, yeah. That's when he made his
Um,
big move.
even 49, I couldn't tell you who was
Was
fifth at this point.
oh yeah, I have no clue. I'm the video
Not
like
Steven.
I think he would wait. No, he was right or was he not? No,
I
he
thought
was.
Steven was sixth.
Yeah, he was six. Cause that was so. Yeah, I have no clue who was number five. Yeah, I don't know. The video talked about how there are like cases obviously for and against like that quote unquote theory. Some very much like no, and some like a lot like yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I could not remember 49 who got fifth either. So I couldn't.
Fifth on 49 was Christina.
Oh.
Which I guess is kind of an interesting case where it's like she wasn't a threat in the traditional sense. It's not like a jury threat, but I guess like a fire making threat.
Oh yeah, isn't that why they took her out?
Yeah, because they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Christina is gonna win every fire making against all of us." So it's like if you don't take Christina out now, she's a guaranteed spot at the end, and it's like, well, what do? You know?
Yeah.
But either way, let's get into the episode, and let's start right off with we're live in LA. We're gonna be jumping back and forth from LA to Fiji. Jeff says a couple of interesting things. Particularly, he talks about how there's so many new fans from all the celebrities. And I want to see that data.
Yeah. Who's tuning in specifically because of Mr. Beast? I want to know.
No, actually, I think there are people tuning in for Mr. Beast. I will
say that. Mr. Beast, yes. The other
people
ones
who are turning in for because of Zach Brown.
Yeah.
I'm questioning the people who are turning in because of Jimmy Fallon. Like, that's where I'm drawing.
Yeah. I could see somebody tuning in for Billie Eilish, then realizing she's not actually there, and they just like say her name and then like immediately tuning out.
Because the thing is with Mr. Beast, more so than the others, I think, is that Mr. Beast is going to get a lot of the younger people interested in it. Whereas, like, respectfully, who is Billie Eilish and Jimmy Fallon just being name dropped?
Yeah.
And like Zach Brown, I'm about to stereotype the shit out of a lot of people on the internet, so I'm about to get canceled probably. I just don't see a lot of Zach Brown fans being Survivor fans to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Oh. But anyways, if you're a Zach Brown fan and you only started watching Survivor because of him, let me know, because you might be the only one.
Yeah, please leave a comment.
Right off the bat, Jeff makes it clear that we have 23 out of the 24 players at the finale. Mike White not at the finale. Busy filming White Lotus. Understandable. This is probably one of the... I can think of only one other time, I think, where there's someone not at the finale, but it's like for a positive reason. The only other time I can think of that was, I believe... funny enough, we were talking about this season earlier. I believe Nicaragua. It was either Nicaragua or Caramello. Yeah. Where I think Brenda's not at the finale because she is like due to give birth any day. So yeah, she understandably wasn't there. I think it was Brenda. It might have been someone else. My apologies. But yeah, we get an epic showing of the season leading in. You know what we didn't get though that I was surprised about?
What?
Call me crazy, but most finales, don't we usually have like a little snippet at the beginning where Jeff walks us through the game of all 5 of the finalists?
Yeah, that is usually a thing, right? No.
Yeah, not there. I was like, okay, I guess they cut it for time. Not a super big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that, we can now jump into Fiji. Tiffany is mad.
Yeah.
Homegirl Cirie is gone.
Loved it. Somebody had to mourn Cirie for us on that island, and it was her. And I loved how she was like, I don't know, just not taking. Everybody's trying to do like the what's the right word? Trying to do the damage control with her. She's like, nah. Like y'all are trying to vote me out. Like, yeah.
It's funny though, because Aubrey realizes, I think, in this moment where Aubrey's like, hey, depending on how the Final 5 immunity challenge goes tomorrow, it's very likely you or me going home. So like, maybe we should work together instead of against each other. And Tiffany's just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Which, I will say, even if they did agree to like work together, I don't know if there's really much Aubrey would have been able to do.
No.
I mean, as soon as, at least not without risking her own name.
Yeah.
But Joe believes Tiffany's being irrational, which is, I think, not accurate in the slightest.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aubrey is starting to think about fire making, which, by the way, we'll get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Baffled at forced fire making.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know
It was
what?
cool to see them speculate about it though.
It was.
Oh, is it gonna be there? Is it not? Like, I don't know. I like seeing the conversations about it because I don't know. It was just interesting to see that.
There was a Minecraft season that I was on. This is an unrecorded one, so I can talk about it.
Mhm.
Where one of the advantages that someone got early on in the game was if they remain at Final Four, they get to choose if it's forced fire making or event.
Oh, interesting.
And I kind of like that as like either an advantage or as like a secret that is kept.
Mm-hmm.
Because arguably, like you just said, it was more interesting for them to be speculating and having to plan around both than it would be if it was one or the other.
Yeah.
Either way,
Definitely.
Aubrey's concerned because while she won fire making in her season, according to Aubrey, the fire that she made against Sydney, it took them 45 minutes.
Oh God.
And I don't buy that.
Yeah, that's wild.
There's no way it took them 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That sounds like revisionist history to me. I'm not saying Aubrey was like this amazing person at fire, but like maybe 15 minutes. But regardless, I think her concern is right because, you know, while Jonathan and Rizzo did lose fire making before, the fire makings for them go very quick. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And there's barely any editing around it.
Yeah. And I mean, Jonathan lost to a literal like fireman. You know, like Jonathan didn't lose because he was bad.
All right, I need a fucking. I'm going on a rant now. Okay.
Okay.
And like, this wasn't directed at you, but now that you said it, it is directed at you. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Explain to me where in the process of becoming a firefighter you have to be good at making a fire.
Hey.
Everyone always thinks in Survivor, oh wow, you're the firefighter, you must be good at making fires. No, they're good at putting fires out. Why the fuck does being a firefighter make you immediately good at making a fire?
Hey, you gotta know how to create it to destroy it type,
No, you
know? Know your enemy. Know your enemy.
Sense.
You gotta know your enemy.
The same shit happened. This whole thing started in fucking San Juan del Sur, where fucking Jeremy Collins can't make a fire on night one. And Jeff is like, oh, Jeremy the firefighter couldn't even make a fire. Keith, you're a firefighter. Were you able to make fire? It's like, why the fuck does it matter if they're able to make fire or not? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Sorry, but like, Joe's being a firefighter has nothing to do with his ability to make fire, okay?
He was pretty good at it, though.
Fucking insane. I'm sure he's good at making fire, but the two are not linked. Until someone shows me that part of being hired as a firefighter is the ability to not only make a fire, but to make a fire with flint and steel. In the Fijian jungle with a coconut husk. I'm sorry, I don't buy it.
It's actually first day of training they make you do that. Funny enough.
Shut the fuck up. Either way, we finally start to see this. Apparently, this is something that had been happening in the background for a while now. But Rizzo begins locking in with Joe and Jonathan, the three of them, final three, which I think we had suspected was going to happen.
Yeah, and I think W moved from Rizzo. We can talk later if we think if he didn't have if he had a chance with that final three or not.
I think it's close.
But I think that is his win condition. I don't think he wins.
No, that's his best shot.
Like I think it shows of him as a player that he is like correctly like people. I've seen people give him crap like, oh, you took out Suri and Ozzy and then whatever. I mean his chance to win, I think his only chance was with Joe and Jonathan, and he like correctly identified it.
Yeah, no. I mean, Rizzo in Exit Press basically said that the moment Aubrey wins Final Four immunity, he knows that no matter what, he's not winning the game. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I think I agree with him.
Yeah.
Whereas in 49, if he makes it to the end of the game, I think there's still a chance he could win,
Yeah,
regardless of who he's against.
I agree.
But either way, we'll get to that later. Current plan is based on whoever wins immunity, Tiffany or Aubrey goes. And then we just decide we're now going to talk with Sari. So, like, I guess instead of doing the live finale like they usually do, for some reason they were like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the finale and the reunion while the episode is playing out.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I was
Wasn't
gonna
a fan.
ask. No, like I think like my favorite thing about a reunion is like talking to people after the episode. Like there wasn't really a debrief. I like the little debrief. You know, I don't know. We didn't get really any of that. It was still cool
Well,
to
not
see
only
them live.
that, not only that, but for me, the issue is more that it kept halting the momentum. You know,
Mm-hmm.
with a show like Survivor, with anything like that, you want to keep that momentum rolling. And what the traditional format does is you have the momentum, it's going, it's going, it's going. You have the winner, and then the momentum starts going down into a lull as you go into the reunion. Here
Yeah.
it was just all over the place.
Yeah, I love Christian and Rick. We did not have to like cut to them just yapping for like no other reason than we're
I'm
not
not
doing an
saying
after show.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk to them. What I'm saying is put it at the end of the show.
No, I agree. Like that would
Yeah.
be that's like perfect stuff for like the actual
Yeah.
reunion. Like showing
Mhm.
I think they like showed the little clip of him falling. Like that, you know, that's what they do at like the end of the show. Like it's like
Right.
yeah, I don't know why we're doing it. I don't know. I Weird decision. I was
Yeah.
still happy with the like live show, like it being a thing, but I
I
was disappointed that they
I
went this route.
I will say this, okay? Not happy that they did it during the airing of the episode, but in all the live reunion stuff, right? There was no random celebrities being interviewed,
True.
no past players that were not on the season being interviewed, no random promotional shit for other CBS stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, all of those were pretty positive. So I'll
Yeah.
take that.
I was waiting for Mr. Beast and Zach Brown to walk on the be like,
No
ah!
shot. No shot. Maybe that was in the talks, but after the Zach Brown episode, I think
Yeah.
that would have been like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think with that we can just head over to the Final Five challenge. Oh, actually, sorry. We talked to Sari. Sari gets this wonderful award because everyone loves Sari, and I'm over here like, okay, should we just give her the $100 grand now then, or like?
Yeah. Sorry, this is the Everybody Loves You award.
By the way, later on, the fan favorite will get $100,000. I wonder who it's gonna be. Audience, who is it gonna be? Jesus Christ. Also, on that note, even if it was obviously gonna be Sari, I feel like you still could have like done a little more showmanship with it.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is that they were going to do more showmanship with it, but because of the fuck up of Rizzo, they had to then spend time addressing that,
Yeah.
and therefore had to shave time elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just my theory. Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
But either way, we get to the Final Five immunity. Damn, that is a fucking close challenge.
Yeah. I think at Tribal, Jeff said it was like, I don't know if it's true or not, but he said it's like this was the single closest Final Five immunity like ever. And I was like,
I'd buy
dang,
it.
okay.
I mean, it literally looked like it was the difference between like one puzzle piece being half in the puzzle
mm-hmm.
and someone having their hands off the puzzle saying done. It looked like it was within 1 second.
That's so
which
crazy.
is definitely one of the closest Survivor immunity wins, period.
And you have to think. I mean, that's like 0.5 seconds away of like just Aubrey not being the winner of the season. You'd
Oh
have to
yeah, I
assume.
mean, if Jonathan fucks that up, Aubrey's just gone.
Uh huh.
And then final four, I'm looking at Samotion. I feel like Tiffany does decent at it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Samotion's hard to predict. It's very. That's why. I mean, I personally voted for Samotion. I'm a fan of the challenge.
I'm pretty sure I did as well.
It's like a very like. I don't know. I don't know what skills you need. I guess coordination, but it's like I don't know if somebody's gonna be good or bad at it, type of thing. You know. Well, I guess we'll just see. But she would at least
It's,
had a chance with fire. So
I will say it kind of sucks, and I don't know how you would fix this. So like, I'll say what I'll say, but like, there's nothing Survivor could have done about it. It kind of sucks that Aubrey was practicing Samotion at home.
yeah, that is kind of
Like, good
keep
for
a butt on
Aubrey.
that.
She won
Yeah.
$2 million, but like,
Got it
I
from
don't know.
Etsy
I
or
don't like
whatever.
the idea of people recreating challenges at home. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. If I'm on Survivor, I'm doing the same shit. But like,
No.
I don't know.
I feel like just if I did it, I wouldn't say nothing about it. You know, nobody has to know that I've been practicing this for just. I just want people to assume I'm good. You know, they don't gotta know I've been practicing at home.
I don't know. Maybe. I like how I was writing down my thoughts during the challenge. So I'm just gonna read it as I wrote. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Challenge is really close up to the puzzle, but Jonathan sucks at puzzles. Oof. The fishing pole obstacle was interesting. Joe's doing some interesting work with the puzzle, and Jonathan is throwing up.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully, not on the puzzle.
I did also write Jonathan throw up.
Yet Jonathan is keeping up in the puzzle. This is actually hella close. Tiffany is speeding up super close. Oh shit, Jonathan barely fucking wins. Oh god, Tiffany, that fucking sucks. It sounds like it's likely Tiffany going, but maybe Tiffany can convince them to do Aubrey, with the argument being that Aubrey's won fire making before? Question mark.
Yeah, I mean,
And
she,
yeah, that
she,
was a challenge, you know.
yeah, I wrote down they stopped even showing Rizzo, LOL, which they did. Like they stopped even showing him working on it very early because bro was not cooking.
Well, yeah, I think it was really just Jonathan Tiffany show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an Aubrey fell out of the challenge, which I was a little surprised at.
Yeah,
But yeah, Jonathan wins. Which, you know, is this the first time someone throws up in the middle of a challenge? It might be.
I don't know.
I know of times where people throw up after the challenge, but in the
Yeah.
middle of it and then just keep going? I can't
Why
think
don't
of another.
I feel like I remember somebody throwing up at like a first boot or something of a new era season, just randomly throwing up during a challenge, and because I just remember they threw up and then they got eliminated later. I have to check that later, but I feel like it might have been
Maybe.
a thing.
I remember Chrissy in her first season, right at the end of the challenge, she was like throwing up and was nearly the first boot, and ended up, you know, doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, final five immunity, really good. We then cut to Christian and Rick, and don't get me wrong, I love Christian and Rick. Now's not the time to talk to them.
No, they have nothing to do with what is going on currently.
Also, call me crazy. Why is Christian standing here? Because you don't even talk to Christian.
No, he should. It's like, oh hey Rick, oh Christian, oh hey. I don't know.
I know.
I thought
It's
that
like
too.
Christian's getting stuck in fiddle. It's like, god damn. It is nice that they gave Rick the coin. You know,
Oh yeah.
I kind of like that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we go to camp. Tiffany tries selling the idea of voting Aubrey, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's any chance that Joe and Jonathan seriously considered it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, she brought up good points. Not to say that like it was the wrong move to. Well, I mean, maybe in hindsight, considering Aubrey won that challenge, but I mean, she was like, "Oh, Aubrey was robbed, and she's a threat. People are gonna see her story," which they did ultimately.
Aubrey was robbed. She's a threat. Aubrey could win fire making. She made the smart decision. She goes to Jonathan and says, Jonathan, look, if you keep me, odds are pretty fucking high that it's either me or you winning that Final Four immunity. And I will
Mhm.
tell you right now that if it's forced fire making, I will not put you in it.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a really good pitch for Jonathan.
No, yeah, she
And
because
I would be interested if she makes this a similar pitch to Rizzo, because on the one hand, it'd be interesting, but on the other hand, if she does, and Jonathan and Rizzo compare notes, they'd be like, "Well, she can't save both of us."
No, I
So,
mean,
like, my guess is that she doesn't make that pitch to Rizzo because she doesn't want Jonathan to talk to Rizzo and that to be revealed.
mhm. No, I mean she pulled out all the stops. Got to respect it. Pretty much did everything she could to try to stay.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the fate of the season is up to Jonathan and Joe. Oh boy. So yeah, we're gonna head to Tribal Council. Never mind. Hey, it's Mike White.
Oh, who's gonna be on White Lotus? We need to know right now.
Have you watched White Lotus at all?
No, I've seen the clips of like the little cameos, but have not watched the show.
I know nothing about it, so I don't understand anything about it, so I'm not gonna make any comments. Good
No.
for Charlie and Camilla for being on. I'm curious how Mike decided Charlie and Camilla were the two he wanted.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. My guess is that they bonded on the pre-merge jury trip.
Yeah, I can see that. 'Cause were they both on the like starting tribe? Like it's been such a long season. I think
Were they on the same starting tribe? Let me check.
all three of them. I know I'm pretty darn sure Charlie and Mike were on the same tribe to start. I'm just not sure about Camilla.
You know what? I don't know because I don't have that written down. Oh wait, no, I do. I have it written here. Hang on.
They were. I looked up the tribes.
Mike, Camilla, and Charlie were all on the same original tribe.
Okay. Makes sense then, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not inviting Christian. I guess Christian already did have a little cameo though, so no takesies backsies, I guess.
Damn. All right. But either way, we get to travel. By the way, good for Mike to talk at 2 a.m. But we get to tribal, yada yada. Sucks that Tiffany goes. She said, I will say, she knows she's going. She knows there's nothing she can do. So she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna have my moment. You fucking go for it, Tiff.
Yeah, no.
She mentions how it's interesting that they're afraid of Tiffany for winning 3 individual immunity challenges, but not Joe, who has also won 3 individual immunity challenges. Which, at the moment, I was very confused about. But then I realized she's referring to Joe winning challenges on 48.
Oh.
But the thing is that Joe wasn't winning them on 50. Really. I think he won 1. Also, Joe's not gonna win the game. You are. Like, I don't know if she was trying to, like, make a case of, like, sexism or something, but, like, I don't think that's what the case was. I think she's just a genuine threat to win the game, and Joe isn't.
Yeah.
And I think she knows that, too. She's just throwing shit at the fan, hoping something sticks, you know? They're afraid of Tiffany. They're not allied with her. Jeff also kind of starts throwing Tiffany under the bus a little, which I'm like, Jeff, what are you doing?
Yeah.
She mentions that she wishes they at least considered her pitches and not just dismiss her, which I will say, that's something I'm guilty of in Minecraft Survivors, where people would come to me and be like, can I make a pitch on just why you should keep me? And I'll be like, honestly, there's nothing you can say to me that'll change my mind. And I think back on those moments, and I'm like, damn, that is bad gameplay on my part.
Yeah. I don't know. Part of me is like, because Rizzo is somebody who's like, yeah, no, I'm probably gonna vote you out. I think there is some like kindness in being truthful and not like, I don't know. I do see what you mean though. Like maybe it is the better gameplay to like at least like pretend to entertain it, but like not fully commit either way. So like, I don't know. I do see both sides because I think it is respectful to be like, yeah, I'm sorry, like this is the logical thing to do, but also I get why that's frustrating as a player to hear that. So yeah,
Yeah. But Jonathan's frustrated because he thinks that Tiffany is taking this personally, which I don't think she is. But regardless of if she is or isn't, Jonathan, she's going to be on the jury.
mm-hmm.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Ah, yeah.
I don't know. It's really funny, and I'll talk about this more later on. But one of the things we know about Jonathan going into this season is that in the 4 years since his first season, he had been getting learning how to play the game from Boston Rob, right?
Yeah.
And I think Jonathan almost perfectly played Boston Rob's game. The problem is he played Boston Rob's All-Star game, not his Redemption Arc game.
He looked at the wrong notes. He was supposed to.
Right.
He was supposed to go over like
He was
two
on the
two
wrong
documents.
chapter.
Yeah. Skip a couple forward.
It's like he's playing a much better game. Like, let's make this clear. It's not even close. His game in 50 is leagues better than 42. But if he doesn't earn the respect of the jury, he's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what happens. And doing shit like this is just bad.
Yeah.
But either way, I assume that it's a 4v1 vote against Tiffany. Sure enough, it is. Sucks that Tiffany got such an invisible edit in the beginning part of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know why she did. She shouldn't have.
No, for real. Because it's like, I wanted to like believe in like the Tiffany, like oh my god, she is a threat to win. Which I mean, she is. Yes, like we would have won if she made it to the end. But like, given how badly she was edited at the start, in my head, like the logical part of me is just like, there's no way she wins the game. Like I feel like if they gave her a stronger edit at the start, I would have going into the finale being like, oh my god, it could be Tiffany, could be Aubrey. I mean, shit, Jonathan, Riz. Like I would be, I don't know, at least between like Tiffany, I would have been like, oh my god, I would have gone into it actually like, I don't know, I would have thought she had a chance, but just given how invisible she was, I was like, I don't think she's gonna make it to the end. If she does, that's crazy. That they edited her like that.
Yeah, it's annoying, but it is what it is, So they head out. Next day, we don't know still at this moment if it's Final Four or not. And just for the fuck of it, Rizzo's like, I'm practicing fire. Fuck it.
Why not? I mean,
might as well. He's like, I don't know if I need to, but I got nothing else to do. And it's like, you know what? Fair enough. I kind of write down my own notes here. I wrote down if Aubrey wins this Final Four challenge, she almost likely wins the season. And if she loses, oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff doesn't tell them if it's a vote or fire making, but will tell them after the challenge. I say, honestly, I think it would be more interesting if Jeff didn't tell them until Tribal.
Yeah, I mean, leave the fire making stuff out there. Like, hey, you could be practicing for nothing, but
yeah, what do? Do you practice your fire making, or do you try to build your social game up? And it's tricky, Oh, but anyways, now we get to talk to Stephanie and Ozzy.
Of course.
All right. Stephanie is the original badass woman of Survivor? Really? Stephanie in season 10.
She is the first woman ever in Survivor. Season 10, that's when they were finally able to be badass.
To be clear, I'm not saying Steph's not a badass. She's a badass. But there have been other badass ladies. I mean, different kind of badass, but like Sandra.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Eliza, I would argue, like.
Trying
trying to think here who else I would go with. Probably again, different kind of badass. Maybe Tina or Vesepia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helen from Thailand, even maybe. I know you don't. I know you haven't seen Thailand, but like Helen's actually a rare, decent part of Thailand.
Okay.
It's tragic that she never comes back. People wanted Helen to come back for a long time. But
Survivor 60.
we get to so yeah, Stephanie's that Jeff kind of bullying the shit out of Ozzy. And then this is where Ozzy gets his t-shirt. Cirie gets a nice trophy, and all Ozzy gets is this lousy t-shirt.
Play the Idol. It's a funny t-shirt, but like, I mean, if I'm Ozzy, I'm throwing that thing in the trash as I walk out. I'm not wearing that or keeping that.
I mean, it's one of those things where it depends on what your mental state is at. If you have reached the stage of acceptance and you've accepted what happened, then I could hold on to the shirt and be like, yeah, it's a little funny. But like, if you're still like, for lack of a better term, traumatized by it, then it's kind of fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like, I don't know if Survivor production knows what Ozzy's mental state was going into the finale, but I hope that they considered that before doing shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Within the first 5 seconds of Samotion, I thought Jonathan was winning.
Yeah.
He did something so interesting. And it's a blink if you miss it thing. Did you see what he did?
Mm-mm.
So Jonathan drops the first ball in, right? Because that first ball, you know where it's going to go. You don't have to do anything except keep your hand there.
Yep.
Which means you can use your other hand and you can think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan starts snapping his fingers to a rhythm.
Ooh.
And he does that. He snaps them, I noticed, about 11 times before the ball got in. And I'm like, oh my god. Jonathan now knows the timing. Because I realized Samotion, this is a weird comparison to make. I'm someone where I was a musician in a weird way. I played trumpet in band for many years. But music helps in a giving like Samotion. That ball is going to take the exact same amount of time to roll every single time. If you can keep a beat, and you know that it's, let's say, 12 beats from the start to the end, and you keep the same speed, then all you have to do when you add your second one is do it on the 6th beat. When you do the third one, you add it on the 3rd beat. And if you do that timing correctly, and you spread them out accurately, you're set.
Yeah. I did not notice that. That is very smart, though.
Yeah, I mean, it almost worked. I mean, not really, because Jonathan's the first out, but like...
Yeah.
But like, it looked good. But either way, everyone is doing really well in Samotion. I think this is the first time where all 4 people go to 4 balls. And then all of a sudden, they add their 4th ball. Jonathan's out. Rizzo's out. It's down to Joe and Aubrey. And Joe drops. Aubrey wins.
Yep. And in my head, I'm like, okay, well.
Yep. So, forced fire making. Slightly surprised by that. And
60% voted yes.
Yeah, I guess.
Damn. Interesting.
The thing is that I do understand some of the logic behind forced fire making, but for me, there's more benefits to doing a vote than benefits to doing the forced fire. But regardless, I'm thinking going into this that Joe and Jonathan are going against each other in fire making, because last we heard from Aubrey specifically saved Rizzo, saying, "Oh, I want to take Rizzo to the end."
Mm-hmm.
But Aubrey realizes something, and I think she realizes the correct thing, which is that Rizzo, just like her, is an underdog. And that if she takes Rizzo to the end, her and Rizzo are kind of competing for the same votes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joe and Jonathan, whoever's there, would collect all of the loyalty crowd votes.
Yeah.
Whereas if she gets Rizzo out and Joe and Jonathan competing each other for votes, it's way better for her.
Yeah, no, I think that's you know, I get it, because I mean, we see it kind of end up. I don't know how many votes Rizzo would have taken, if any, but like I think it's still kind of the right mindset. Like looking at the jury.
I'm trying to think here. So in this scenario, let's just assume for the sake of argument that Jonathan beats Joe in fire. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in this scenario, we would have Coach probably still vote Jonathan.
Yeah.
Chrissy vote Jonathan.
Yeah.
Stephanie
definitely
votes
votes
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Joe also votes Jonathan now, because
Mhm.
Joe's now on the jury. So that's 4 out of 11. So the question is out of the other 7 votes who all in the past voted for Aubrey, do any of them now vote Rizzo? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I want to say no, but like Cerise probably his biggest like supporter, but also Cerise also like a big Aubrey supporter and has known Aubrey longer, you know. So
Maybe like a Christian would throw Rizzo a vote? Or D, maybe? My guess is that they all vote Aubrey, though.
mhm.
Even if some of them are thinking of voting Rizzo, they're like, if we split the Aubrey-Rizzo votes, then Jonathan wins, and I this is pure speculating. I don't think they want that.
No.
So it's almost like Winners at War, where like Nat, or what is it? Michelle gets like no votes.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, we wanted to give Michelle some votes, but like we didn't want like Natalie to like
Right.
come
So
away
like
with the
it's
win
almost
on
like I
accident.
almost think Rizzo would be in a situation like that.
Mhm.
But either way, it's really funny that Rizzo is. This is flipped. You ready? At Final 5, Tiffany goes to Rizzo and says, "Is there anything I can say to keep me in the game?" And
Yep.
Rizzo says, "I don't think so. Nothing you can say." Well, here, Rizzo goes to Aubrey and says, "Aubrey, is there anything I can say to you to convince me to not put me in fire?" Making it Aubrey does the same shit to him.
Mhm.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rizzo and Jonathan, quite the matchup here. One will redeem themselves, the other not gonna be doing well.
Yeah, this is so exciting. Like Rizzo's really picking up the pace. It looks like he's learning it.
I
It could
will
go
say-
either way.
I will say, I do suspect early on though that Rizzo's losing this because he just had
Oh, yeah.
no time to practice in between 49 and 50.
Yeah.
And he starts panicking, and I feel so bad for Rizzo because you got to remember Rizzo's younger than me.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of Survivor players that I can say that, but like Rizzo's younger than me. I
Mhm.
felt so bad for the kid, you know.
Yeah. It was very. At least we got a little disclaimer, you know, a trigger warning before we knew it was gonna happen.
And like, all of a sudden, Joe's helping Rizzo.
Oh yeah, that was very nice. W Joe moment. I think I put down in my notes. He said something in the confession that was like, in a sword fight, at least give everyone a sword. You know, Joe is just like he's such a nice guy. I'm not a big.
I will say this till the day I die. Joe is a shit Survivor player, but an awesome human being.
Yeah.
Like awesome person. Would love to meet Joe in person. Unfortunately, I just don't think he would ever be able to win a game of Survivor.
No, and I don't really enjoy. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy watching him. He's not like my cup of tea as a player wise, but like he's just a great dude. I just think Survivor. I guess it's be kind of wrong to say it's not his game. He's made the final three twice and it's 2 times playing. But
I have a question for you. Okay,
mhm.
this is an idea I just had. Okay.
Okay.
Um, is there a world where Joe does better in Big Brother?
Ooh.
I know Big Brother is usually more of a younger person game than Joe's age,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I feel like Joe would do better in like a Big Brother,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, he he wouldn't have to like. I don't know. Big Brother's a very longer. I don't know. Big Brother's a lot about like people who like you. So if a lot of people like him, I feel like he could do good.
I
And
mean, people were annoyed by Joe, but they were annoyed because of the strategy he was trying.
yeah,
Like, I don't think that would be an issue that would come up in a game like Big Brother. Maybe it would, but I don't know. It was just a
yeah,
thought I just had.
interesting. I'd love to
But
see him as a traitor on the Traders. I think he'd be really bad at it. I think it'd be great content. I'd love to
oh
see him.
my god, Joe on the Traitors as a traitor. Wait, I workshopping this, you ready?
Yep.
Joe on the Traitors, he's a traitor. You know who another traitor is?
Who?
Emily.
Oh God. She might claw her eyes out.
Oh my god. But either way, it's really nice for Joe. I think it actually does a good job of like bringing his story full circle because he helped Eva, and Eva wins fire making. So it almost makes it look like Joe's helping Rizzo. Maybe Rizzo will actually win.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler, he doesn't.
Yeah.
And speaking of spoilers, that Rizzo loses fire making.
It could go either way. Who's it gonna? Oh, Jeff told
Oh
us.
my
Oh, Jeff. Thank you.
god. So let's talk about this because I want to know what happened
Yeah.
because this is not like Jeff accidentally said something he shouldn't. What happens here is, and this is something Jeff does explain after the fact, like this has been in the news or whatever, is
Mm-hmm.
that especially with him being host and executive producer on the live finale night, he is running around all over the place. He's not watching the episode with everyone else.
Yeah.
So when he goes on stage and the camera points to him, he just looks at what the next segment is that he's hosting. And the next segment would be Rizzo. So my question is, how does a camera get pointed at Jeff and not a single production member realizes that they're early?
I don't know. Somebody must have messed up, or
And
I,
also, like, even if they realize, like, let's say Rizzo comes out on stage, right?
mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh shit, we messed up, right? Like, there's still a way you could save it, because what I was thinking, which I think a lot of people were thinking, was like, okay, this is weird, but I guess we'll talk to Rizzo, and then Jonathan will come out, and then we'll hear what Jonathan says, and then we'll see how the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and Rizzo does a good job
Yeah.
of like
He really tried to clutch
realizing the
up.
weird situation he's in, and like trying to steer the ship back on course.
Mm-hmm. Win
Like
or
Rizzo
lose.
handles this spectacularly.
Yeah.
But Jeff puts the nail in the coffin. Jeff says, alright, Rizzo, you are the final member of the jury. You can take a seat there. And I didn't know who it was at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it was D. D goes, I'm like, excuse me? And like everyone reacts, the audience reacts, and Jeff's just like, what's going on? Jeff is like, people are reacting in a way that doesn't make sense for them to be reacting right now.
He's like, wait, what happened? Like he does not know.
Right, Jeff is just confused.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he does the smart thing where he's like, all right, well, we'll go to commercial break while I quickly figure this out.
Yeah.
So they go to commercial. And I'm just going to write down what I wrote down, okay? Or read
Yeah.
out what I wrote down. Oh my god, did Jeff just spoil fire making? Jeff, how did you fuck that up? I was so confused why Rizzo was coming out when he did, but then what the fuck? Why did the camera come back to Jeff? Was Jeff supposed to talk to someone else besides Rizzo? Rizzo clearly knew that fire making hadn't happened yet.
Mhm.
So it was just so weird.
Yeah.
During the commercial break, Jeff talks to people. They realize they fucked up. And I will say, Jeff handles this so well.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he handles it the only way you really can. And I'm gonna talk about this because it's fucking really funny. So Jeff goes live and he says they were gonna show fire making and then talk to Rizzo, but the order got mixed up. And then Jeff tries to bill this as the last twist. But here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier that day, I was reading press that Jeff had done, right? And there was something that caught my eye in the press report. And I shit you not what I read. You ready?
Yeah.
Jeff talked about the possibility of editing a Survivor episode in such a way where the beginning of the episode you actually see who gets voted out.
Oh.
And then they go back in time to show you how you got to that moment. And I shit you not, the name he gives that twist is the same name he uses in this fuck up.
Really?
It's the same name. I forgot what he said, but I remember seeing that. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So, like, for a split second, I was like, was that planned? Like, no, it clearly wasn't, but Jeff handled it so well. He handled it so professionally. And honestly, at the end of the day, is it really that big of a deal? I don't think so.
No.
We were going to figure it out in 4 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. He spoiled it 4 minutes ahead of time. He didn't spoil the winner. And it's not like this is Big Brother where spoiling something crazy like that can impact the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the game has already been played.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but either way, we then get to watch the fire making. Jonathan gets a fire going. And I want to double check this. Did Jonathan do the fire with no magnesium at all?
He got it so quick. It didn't even seem like it. Like, I don't know.
Either way, Jonathan gets a decent fire. Rizzo's not even in it. So
yeah. That part, like, if this was like, imagine Winners at War, like the crazy fire making between like Tony and Sarah. Imagine it was like that. I'm so glad it was like such a one-sided thing where it was like, okay, at least it's not like this epic thing that we got. Like you watch it, like, okay,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, at least it was like not even close at all. Like this wasn't some like grand like thing we were gonna witness that got spoiled. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, we just found out a couple minutes sooner.
But yeah, with that, we lose Rizzo. I'm curious your thoughts on this because I saw mixed opinions online.
Okay.
Do you think Rizzo played better in 49 or 50?
Ooh. Oh, ew. I think he played very well in 50. I think I mean, definitely had more win equity in 49. It seemed like a lot of people. But I don't know. That's not really his fault. That's more the fault of like people not seeing his game before and maybe not like respecting him because he's so young. That's not really something he can control.
Well, like but he also like he enters 50 with a lot of people in preseason press being like, "Yeah, Rizzo, we're gonna take him out."
No, yeah, no, for
and
sure.
like he manages to get so many people on his side. Colby was ready to hate him on day 1, and by day 3, Colby's like, "I love Rizzo. He's like my son."
Yeah.
It's like, damn, okay.
I think his Survivor 50 game was very good. Like we said it before, he identified the final 3 that was his best chance. Like what would happen, I don't know. But I think his 50 game was the better game, but I think his 49 game was a game where he could have actually won. Like I don't know if he could have won 50 even with like his optimal final three. I don't know if it was possible. Like I think he had more win equity in
Well,
49, but I
do,
think he played a better game in 50.
all right. Do we want to discuss that idea if it's a
Sure,
Rizzo,
sure.
Jonathan, Joe final three?
Yeah.
All right. So let's say it's Rizzo, Jonathan, Joe. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's start off with the easy things. The three people that vote Jonathan, I'm assuming, still vote Jonathan.
Yep.
So the question is are there three people who voted Aubrey before who would now vote Rizzo? Between Rizzo and Jonathan, I think Sari votes Rizzo.
Yeah. No, I could see. See, I think the way Rizzo could win is if like Sari felt very strongly about like if he has Sari mayoring for him and like campaigning for him in Ponderosa, I do think he has a chance. Because if she
The
does
thing
that, I think
is
she could.
that the thing is that I'm assuming that going into day 38, Sari is campaigning for Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think if Aubrey and Rizzo were at the end, I think Aubrey.
Oh, 100%.
But
Yeah.
and I don't know if Rizzo necessarily or Sari campaigns for Rizzo because Rizzo voted Sari out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think Sari votes for Rizzo.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think D votes for Rizzo.
Yeah, I don't see D voting Jonathan. Like, or Tiffany. Like, I don't know if Tiffany would have voted for
I
Jonathan
don't think
either.
Tiffany votes Jonathan. I think Tiffany votes Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
But then it starts getting a little tricky.
Yeah.
Ozzy, I think, I will say, going into the actual final three, Ozzy's vote is the only one that I guessed wrong on.
Okay.
I thought Ozzy was going to vote Jonathan. He ends up voting Aubrey. Does he vote Rizzo? I think he does.
I don't think he does.
You don't think he does? Okay, so maybe
I've
he does, maybe he does.
I've seen some stuff in the postseason, like
Actually,
Rizzo.
He gets
Rizzo's
pissed at Rizzo,
yeah.
right,
Rizzo
right.
said that like Ozzy's still mad at him, so I don't think
Alright,
he
so
would have
Ozzy
voted
doesn't
for
vote Rizzo. Ozzy votes
Yeah.
Jonathan. Okay. So that's 4 for Jonathan and like 3 for Rizzo. What about Christian and Devin?
I don't know. I remember seeing some postseason thing of like Devin's like just straight up said to Rizzo like, yeah, I don't really like see your game type of thing.
I think I heard that too.
So like I don't know how much he really respected him. Or I guess that probably applies to Christian too. So I mean,
I think Christian respects Rizzo's game more than Devin does.
yeah, like just based off of that, I want to say, but it's like I don't know. I mean, I think.
Who do you think Aubrey votes for?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
I think Aubrey votes Rizzo.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Point I'm getting at is it's a fucking close vote.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it genuinely might be like 6-5,
Yeah.
But yeah, that might get Jonathan a win. It might not. I don't know. It's just hard to say.
I feel like Rick votes Jonathan just based off like whatever I heard in like exit whatever.
Yeah, no, I think I remember seeing that too. So if Rick votes so if Rick votes Jonathan, then you have Stephanie, then you have Ozzy, then you have Coach, then you have Chrissy. Jonathan only needs one more vote.
Okay.
So who is Jonathan's like last?
Oh, I think Emily. I don't know. I remember it was like Emily and Rick. It was like they both kind of said that to him. So maybe Emily votes Jonathan too. But I don't know if I don't know. It gets hard. I want to say Jonathan wins, but it's really hard to like I don't know who Emily's gonna vote for sure. Like Christian's gonna vote for sure. Like those are like truly in my head. I'm no clue. Not Joe. That's my answer.
Oh yeah, not Joe. Obviously.
Yeah. They're not voting for Joe.
I didn't realize we were considering that.
Yeah. No, that is. I can say that with the utmost certainty. They're not voting for Joe.
But either way, we go into the final three. Like I said, I make my predictions on which jury members are voting where, and I get 10 out of 11 correct. The only one I guess wrong is Ozzy. where I guessed Ozzy would vote Jonathan, but he ends up voting Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ozzy was also the one I was the most up in the air about. So.
Yeah.
The rest of the
Hey,
votes didn't
hey, if it makes you feel better, I saw something that like Ozzy said to Jonathan that he regrets his vote. So like, hey, you're pretty accurate, I
Okay.
guess.
But I mean, it's not like that would have gotten.
No. But I'm saying for your prediction.
Mm. Either way, the final three get their nice breakfast and also their loved ones.
Yeah, what's up with that? Like, we could do that still, but we're doing it not. I thought Joe had a very funny line where he's like, "Is that my beautiful tall ass wife?" I thought that was very funny.
I was wondering something. Do you think Rizzo gets to see his loved one? Because surely they were flown out as well, right?
Yeah, right. Like,
And maybe even Tiffany.
surely, like, I don't know. It'd be kind of messed up if I don't know. I'm not really sure like how that really works. Like when they have to go back, type of thing too. Like if they just send them back right away, or if they like kind of wait. But yeah, and it was cool to see. I was not expecting it whatsoever. So it was very like, oh my god.
All right. Anything to say before we get into the final treble?
No, I mean, I don't have many thoughts going into it. I didn't really have many thoughts going into it when I watched it because I was like, okay, I think Aubrey is probably gonna win, but
Yeah.
you know,
But still, it's interesting to see how people do at Final Tribal because you can win and lose votes.
yeah.
In this case, I don't think it changed anyone's mind on anything, but yeah. The format of the Final Tribal's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like there's a couple different formats that Survivor's done over the years. And this was kind of like a weird mess of all of them.
Yeah, because like, weren't they just all they would like ask a question? Because they did the weird thing where it's like, all right, let's talk about the three phases of the game or whatever. They did that kind of thing, but this was just kind of like them all sitting there, but then like people would just kind of ask questions, but like they're
Well, it was
sitting
almost
down.
like Jeff would call on them to ask their question, but
Mm-hmm.
then other jury members would build off of that question.
Yeah,
Well, like, there are jurors that we straight up just don't hear from at all, I'm pretty sure. Like, I
yeah.
don't know if Stephanie said it. No, not Stephanie. We do
Oh,
hear from
Stephanie said something.
Yeah, we do hear from Stephanie, but like I think there's jury rooms that we don't hear at all from. Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
don't
they
know.
probably had something and just got cut out. I
Oh
know
no, no,
that's
no!
happened
I'm
a lot.
sure they did
Yeah,
too. But like, it would be interesting to hear from all of the judges.
yeah. I don't know how you stand on the topic, but I like how we do it in Minecraft Survivor still and stuff like that, where it's just like everybody gets a question. You go up and have your little thing, whatever. I mean, there's been a lot of cool moments from that. I think it's I don't know. That's probably my preferred way, but I'm not like super like either direction on it.
I don't know. I think it's actually better to do it the other way, where it's a more open forum, because I think doing it like that, it allows for more of the game to be talked about, and
Yeah.
it allows for a more natural conversation to exist.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I see the pros of both.
Yeah.
I don't think there's such thing as a bad. Even the weird way that it was done here, I wouldn't say it was bad necessarily.
No.
Different. I don't know if that's so bad. But all right, you ready to get into it?
Yep.
So Joe has learned from 48. You ready? Joe
Yeah.
has lied.
Oh my gosh.
Question: when did Joe lie?
This
This
is
is
true.
so weird because I'm used to
Oh,
bitching about people who are claiming that they told the truth when they lie the whole season. This is the opposite.
who did he lie to? I know he did. That was the thing in 48 where he did actually lie to some people and then like did not like very few times, but he did. I'm trying to think of what he lie about. Well, I don't know. I guess he said to coach, I will never write your name down. And then I think we talked about it. Apparently, he like tried to only write Chrissy's name down in that vote, and they made him go back and write Coach and Chrissy. I guess that's like lie,
Maybe.
but not. He didn't really lie that much. To be fair, I feel like not that we really saw.
By the way, I guess I'll mention this because people online are bitching about it. Where they're like, oh, Coach says that if Joe admits to lying, then Coach would be happy and vote for Joe. First of all, I'm pretty sure that's not what Coach said. I think what Coach said is that Joe needs to admit to lying and then Coach will be satisfied. Not that he would be satisfied and vote for Joe. But also, secondly, they need everyone to say something about all three people. Yeah. It's not like Coach goes into this wanting to vote for Joe. So, like, people are pissed at Coach, and, like, I disagree. Coach did nothing wrong in this specific instance.
Yeah.
But either way, you know. Joe admit, what core value do people have to compromise? Joe admits to lying to people. Aubrey says how she had to make deep relationships with people in 50 and not be afraid of hurting them. Which, you know, good on you. And then Jonathan, he kind of explained how he played a different type of game with each person. But I don't know how that answered the question.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good answer, good information, but, like, I don't know. This, even reading my notes back for this final tribal, I'm so confused. Because it just goes all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, highlight of the FTC, I love Stephanie not really having a question and just kind of...
Oh my god.
Jonathan! You're like the total package! And then Tiff's like, is there a question?
We'll get to that in a bit. I want to mention this, though. So Devins asks people if there's a secret that they kept hidden. Jonathan talks about how he had been targeting Ozzy from earlier, and that it wasn't Stephanie's idea, which, good on Jonathan. That's a good secret to hold on to. And then Devins asks Aubrey, and Aubrey's like, no, I didn't really have anything. And he's like, sure? And I was so confused by this until I saw Exit. Did you see this? No one still knew who gave Rizzo his idol.
Oh.
And people really thought it was Aubrey.
Interesting.
So they thought that Aubrey was going to reveal that she was the one that gave Rizzo the idol. But no, it was Genevieve, who was not on the jury.
Interesting.
So that's why there was that oddity, because people thought Aubrey was the one who gave Rizzo the idol. But when she said no, I think they were like, alright, then it must have been Genevieve. But Aubrey does a good job of explaining that, you know, instead of keeping secrets, she would tell people secrets. And then right before people start really calling her out on that, she's like, no, I'd strategically tell them. Not be like Emily and tell everyone everything.
I was going to say the refined Emily strategy.
And then Joe seemingly doesn't answer this question. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Joe.
Now we get to Stephanie. Jonathan! She describes old school as winning immunities and alliances, while new era is just strategic and not walking around. What?
Okay.
She says Jonathan perfectly blended the things. Tiffany gets pissed there's not a question in here.
Yeah.
Dee speaks up and is like, hey, jurors, let's be fair here. And I'm just like, okay, did all of this really need to make the edit? This is all just weird. Cerise speaks up saying that Aubrey in her mind did play a new era game because when she played the old era game, she lost.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you can't argue with that. Ozzy wants a situation where players have to adapt to a situation. Joe talks about adjusting to players of this magnitude and just glazes the jury.
Okay.
Says he needed to lie this time around. Cirie then explains to Joe that he had to be babysat.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Emily does give Joe credit, though. She's like, for better or for worse, everyone felt like Joe needed to know what was happening for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, kind of in the same way Cirie did. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Aubrey didn't really have allies entering the merge. She kind of just rolled into it and somehow saved herself. Jonathan doesn't really give an answer here.
No.
Emily asks the players about self-awareness and critiquing their game. Aubrey talks about her relationship with Stephanie. Odd one to talk about, but okay, sure.
Yeah, interesting.
Rizzo then asks Aubrey if she had no agency in the game because nobody knew where Aubrey was doing. And Aubrey basically does a good job, I think, explaining this, where she says she didn't want people to realize she was being strategic. Because I think, Aubrey played a game similar to Tony. I think I've said this before. Where, Tony's big thing was fighting idols, making these flashy moves. When there's that war, he goes in, lowering people's guard. Aubrey does the same thing. They know Aubrey is this super strategic threat. So what does she do? She almost has to babysit herself.
Yeah.
Like, she cannot be strategic. And it's like, I've seen people say this online, and I slightly agree with them, where people have said online that Aubrey's game in Ko Wrong is better than her game in 50. I don't think it's better. I think it's more dominating.
Mm-hmm.
But a dominating game is not necessarily a better one.
Yeah.
Because a dominating game is only good if you win. Aubrey couldn't win. And once you play a dominating game like Aubrey did, you can never play a dominating game again.
Yeah.
Not successful. That's why both Game Changers and Edge of Extinction, she was kind of non-threats during both games. I mean, I forget what the vibe was of Aubrey in Game Changers, but I don't think she was a threat to really win unless, the jury really, went for her. I think it was a question of Sarah or Brad, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a lot of Game Changers blocked from my mind. I don't remember a lot of it.
But... Same, don't worry. But, Aubrey tells Jonathan to take out Christian, leaving Devins and Emily out of the vote. She burns the idol and explains that decision. Chrissy says that she thinks Aubrey played a passive game. Jonathan then starts talking about how he drove the Dee and Camilla vote because he was left out of the Charlie vote, which apparently was the only vote he was left out of all season, which is actually impressive.
No, that's crazy.
He wanted to get attention on Dee to take her out, so he goaded Dee into yelling at him, which, decent strategy. His one big regret was the argument that he and Rick had, which I think is a good regret to have because it was a stupid fucking argument.
No.
Christian then talks about narrative warfare. Nice to have Christian back in the game. What was their story? Joe, not a fan of the story.
No.
Aubrey gives a good explanation for her story, though. Where, she's this anxious girl on day 2 of Ko Wrong. She's, possibly gonna be an early boot. Then she ends up in a situation where some people think she should have won or should have lost. Over time, people less and less say she should have won and are more accepting of Michelle's win and understanding of it. She comes back to Game Changers, does well, but not as well. Comes to 38, falls from grace. Basically, every season she's doing worse and worse. But then she comes to 50, she changes everything, she redeems herself. damn, it's a fucking good explanation.
Yeah.
Worth mentioning, by the way, at this point, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Kagayan, first Brain Brawn Beauty. We have a brawn one.
Oh yeah.
Go wrong, Brain Brawn Beauty. We have a beauty one. And now we have a brain winner, so...
Hey, after all this time.
Jonathan explains that he left 42 being seen as the big guy, and that's really about it. Someone who played a kind of shit game. He played a dangerous game this time. He improved his social game by a lot, his strategic game by a lot. He worked on his puzzle ability, which actually, did get him a win at Final 5, so nice job.
Very close.
He admits his 42 game was pretty shit, but he didn't do that this time. And you know what? He's absolutely right.
No, very, very good answer.
So, that basically wraps up Final Tribal. I will say at this point, I do think Joe is at least getting a vote to win.
Oh.
Ends up not happening.
Who do you think is going to vote for him?
I think I was starting to think Emily might.
Yeah.
But either way, Jeff goes to read out the votes. Jonathan, Aubrey, Jonathan, Aubrey, Jonathan, Aubrey. All
right, yeah.
I am personally so proud of Aubrey for winning.
No, I mean, I think Jonathan played a very good game. I just think, I don't know, a lot of the jury were not too fond of him, understandably in some cases. And I think Aubrey just it was very, I don't know, she just had a very great story. It's hard not to be like, okay, this would be like a very fitting end of the season to vote for Aubrey to win after all this time.
If you had asked me at the beginning of this season who I most want to win, not who I most think is going to win, who I most want to win, my answer is, probably Serena. Let's be honest.
No.
But my second answer is probably Christian, if I'm being honest. But my number third answer is probably Aubrey.
Hey, top 3.
Because I remember Ko Wrong, because Ko Wrong has always held a special place in my heart, because it's the first season that I technically could have been on.
Ooh.
I was old enough to be on. I had put in an application before Ko Wrong. Technically speaking, I could have been on it.
Yeah.
Not to say I went anywhere in casting. Obviously, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it always held a special place in my heart because of that. It was also a big part of my life because that's when I first go to college. So Ko Wrong has always been a season that's meant something to me. And getting to see Aubrey come back and win is very special,
Yeah.
She played one hell of a game. An amazing game. And at the finale, I really loved how she mentions the 4 winners that she has interacted with over the course of the game. Funny she doesn't mention Tony, but the 4 winners that she's interacted with being Sarah, Sandra, Michelle, and Chris fucking Underwood. Did you have it in your fucking bingo sheet, Chris Underwood being mentioned at the Survivor 50 finale? Because I didn't.
No, I mean, I would have put some money on Michelle being mentioned, because she's been mentioned a lot so far. I would have put
But Aubrey does a great job of explaining how all 4 of them actually do teacher things. For even Chris. She's like, you know what? Chris Underwood taught me that you can get to the end of the game and still fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle taught me to wait for the right moment to make a move. I forget what she said about Sandra and Sarah, but I was pretty happy with her whole spiel there. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, Aubrey wins a car?
Yeah, it's like, dang, she just got $2 million. She needs the car too? Okay.
I was like, okay. I guess. I like how Jeff's like, guys, we figured out how to end the car curse. You just wait for the winner to be announced and then give them the car.
That was funny, I will say. I think
it was fucking hilarious.
That kind of makes it worth it. I do think it's kind of messed up that she wins 2 million and just gets the car too, and it's not given to somebody else. But also Jeff
She
saying
officially
that
won
is,
more than Tony.
yeah.
She's the most winningest Survivor player at this point. I mean, I guess Tony technically won 3 million altogether.
Yeah. In one game. In one game.
Boy, let's have a conversation here, okay? Because obviously Cirie wins fan favorite by a landslide.
Yeah.
Who do you think is second?
Did they say who the top 3 were? I don't remember. Oh,
they don't.
I feel like Rick had to have been up there, right? Like, I don't know.
In hindsight, I think you're probably right. I can tell you. I'll tell you who I voted for.
Okay.
I voted for Christian.
Me too. Dab me up.
I love Christian. And there's only a couple people on this season that I think could realistically come back, and I hope Christian's one.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see Christian play a third time. I really would.
Me too. Part of it too is like, I want him to play again, but also like I don't know if my heart could take it, because like when he was in the game, I was like so stressed. Like he's somebody
we were stressed because he was going to tribal every time.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's not many players where I'm like so like invested in them doing well, and I was like, he was one of those people where it's like, oh my god, like I know if he gets taken out, or like I'm gonna be so sad. So it was like just stressful watch. It was almost like when he got voted out, I was like, there's like a little bit of a relief for me. I was like, okay, I can like watch the season without being like super stressed out. But no, I mean, I would love to see him back.
Also, people complaining about the fucking boot order of 50, like, holy hell. The boot order of 50 was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I will say my biggest complaint, I mean, not like gameplay wise or like anything, like it makes sense like that it happened like that, but like the stretch of like Ozzy going, like, and then Rick Cirie, like right before the finale, like I don't know. I will say I wasn't like a too big of a fan of the Final 5 itself. Like a lot of the players, I was like, oh, whatever.
I think people are way too negative on the Final 5. The only person in the Final 5 that I was down on was Joe.
Yeah.
Because like the other 5, yeah, obviously, is it my dream Final 5? No. But I hate when people judge a season based on the boot.
Yeah.
Like, you can be upset entertainment-wise, but, like, it could have been so much worse.
Yeah.
It really could have been. Like, chill the fuck out, people.
Yeah, I will say,
I
don't know if any of the Final 5 would have been in like my top 5 picks of people who I would have wanted to be there. So I was like a little like, oh, but no, I mean, I get what you mean. It could definitely could have been worse.
Yeah. So yeah. That's the end of Survivor 50.
And now to the open era. Wow, whatever that means.
Well, I did notice this. I guess I'll mention it super quick. 51 for the first time in God knows how long, they're actually getting supplies to start with at the game.
I know, jumping off the boat too. It's like okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is really an acknowledgement that, you know what, we're gonna change up the game, and I'm all for it.
I'm so
especially
glad.
Because this means that if I end up playing Survivor, maybe I won't starve.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been so sick of like. So I don't know. The formula has gotten stale to me of just like each season 3 tribes, same. I don't know. I like just 2 tribes has me so excited, like so incredibly excited.
People back in the 30s, like we had seasons Ghost Island, David vs. Goliath, Edge of Extinction, Island of the Idols, and people were complaining. They were like, "There's all these gimmicks to it. We don't like the gimmicks." So Survivor's like, okay, fine, we'll take away the gimmicks. And what do we get? We get a stretch of seasons that, for the most part, blend together.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just watching the series casually, and I asked you, oh, which season was so-and-so on, you're not going to remember. But if I asked you, hey, what season was Carl on in the 30s? people would be like, "Oh, Carl, that was David versus Goliath."
Yeah, I think not having names for the seasons does like really hurt that too, because it's like
I was really hoping that they were gonna change that for
Yeah.
51, but it doesn't look good.
I'd love themes to come back too. Like I feel like it's been long enough. I get why they switched because like they were kind of reaching like heroes, healers, hustlers. Okay. Like Ghost
But
Island,
here's
I
the
think is
thing.
interesting. I just
I
think
don't.
themes. Oh.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, and I will stand by this. Even this goes with Minecraft Survivors as well. Okay, I would rather see a season where they try something bold and different, and it falls flat on its face, than to just do the same shit over and over.
No,
You know?
I
There was a
agree.
Minecraft Survivor season that I watched where I actively I don't want to say complain because it's not the word I would use. I actively in the Discord for the thing. I talked about the issues that I had with the big twist of the season. But even through that, I said, you know what? This was a bold idea you had, and you went with it. Even if I don't think it struck the way you wanted it to, I'm proud of you for trying something different.
Yeah.
Because that Minecraft Survivor season, I will never forget. You know what I mean?
No, I
Like,
mean, I
yeah, do
agree.
people don't like the Edge of Extinction twist? Sure. But do we remember it? Yeah, we remember it. Like, hell, bring some of this shit back. You have so many cool things. Bring them back.
Blood versus Water 3, please.
Blood vs. Water 3 could come back, you know?
I would sell
Do another
a leg.
Brain Brawn Beauty. But also, I mentioned this in the lead up. Bring back some of the other twists for just like 1 or 2 rounds. Like, if we had 1 round where people go to Ghost Island, I would actually find that kind of interesting. It keeps the players on their toes.
Yeah.
You want a fucking crazy idea? Here's a fucking crazy idea. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright. A tweaked version of the Medallion of Power.
Ooh.
I just realized you don't even know what that is, do you?
No, I have seen like
That's
4
Nicaragua.
episodes. I've seen like 4 episodes. That's like the it was like you could choose to have an advantage in the challenge or like something like that, right?
Basically what it is if you play the Medallion of Power, your tribe would get an advantage in the challenge. But the medallion would then go to the other tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what ended up happening is each tribe would play it at the immunity challenge. Shocker.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if you have a reward challenge right on day 1, where the winning tribe gets the Medallion of Power, and at any point during the next 3 challenges, they can play it to give themselves an advantage in that challenge.
Oh.
Now, it doesn't go to the other tribe, it's just played once and done. That would work, right?
Yeah, I mean, shoot.
I'm not saying it's like the most interesting thing ever, but like, it's something.
Yeah.
Hell, bring back, like, you know, I talk shit about it. Bring back Redemption Island, but only for like the beginning part of it.
Please, that'd be the only reason I like that or like the Edge is like, please, just for the beginning, just for like the first, just only one person come back halfway through the game, and I don't think it's like terrible.
Rework and use fire tokens for a little bit somehow. I don't know.
Like anything to not have the same exact thing,
right?
And it seems like that's. I mean, the open era. They said any twist can come back. Like it seems like they are going to be switching it up. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm interested to see like the differences between 51 and the inevitable 52. But
all right, I'm gonna say the craziest thing that I want to see them bring back. You ready?
Ooh, okay.
One World.
I would no. I would. That's not even crazy. That I would love it. I think it would be so good. I wasn't like the biggest fan of the cast of like the original One World.
Yeah, the cast wasn't good, but the twist was fun.
It would be so good with like a great cast with One World would be so.
Imagine if 50 was a One World.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like that would have been fucking insanity.
I would love One World to come back. I agree with you there.
I mean, yeah, there's so many cool things you can do. Man. Do
Hey,
another captain season. We don't see a lot of it.
true. I'd love that.
Honestly, fuck it. Fans vs. Favorites 3? Go for it. If you're gonna do that, make sure you have a really good cast of fans and actual fucking favorites.
Actual favorites.
Not whatever we got in Caramoan.
All right,
And, like,
Russell.
even Micronesia, half the fans were kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
and also, if you're gonna do fans vs. favorites 3, make sure the tribes are gonna be actually balanced for the challenge. Because that was one of the biggest issues. Was like the favorites were winning too much.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that season 51 keeps doing things good. Unfortunately, 26 days is here to stay. I think there's nothing that will change that just financially.
No.
I get it. It's fine. I'm kind of over that argument at this point because I can genuinely say that I don't think it being 26 days really made that much of a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I've accepted that it's never gonna switch back, and I just don't see any point in arguing about it anymore.
Similarly, I've accepted that we're in Fiji for the long
Yeah. Yeah. That's why we need themes. If we're gonna be stuck in the same place, we need something going on. That's
another thing they could try again is try starting with 4 tribes.
Yeah. Shit.
We just showed that 24 players could work. You could do 4 tribes of 6.
Mm-hmm.
That would be something, But either way, as long as it's like the same new shit, and I'm not saying to get rid of all the new era shit. Like, take a break from some of it. But like, if season 53, all of a sudden for that season, Beware advantages are back in, and it's a different. Maybe they reuse like the phrases from 41-42.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's something. But like, just then do other shit,
I want them to go like. I think it'd be great too if it was like. I don't think they'd ever do this because they love.
Go for it. Say it.
No, I think it'd be cool.
Whatever we want.
People do it. Kind of happens in Minecraft Survivor sometimes where you don't know. It's like I love it. Be like, oh, the players don't know going in. Like, is it going to be a final 3? Is it going to be a final 2? Like, who knows? Like they don't know going into it. They gotta like figure it out. I don't know if they would do that because I don't really know how fire making would work. Maybe they could just get rid of it for that season, but I don't know. I just want it to be unpredictable, change things up, and hopefully they do. 2 tribes already got me excited, like I said.
What you could do in that case is almost do like a Micronesia where it's just a surprise final 2.
Yeah.
You never state that it's a final 3 until all of a sudden they find out and they're like, oh shit, wait a minute. Like, it's something different at least.
Yeah.
Either way, I am hopeful about the direction Survivor goes. Been a fan of Survivor for way too fucking long at this point. Like I've said, I've been watching live since like the end of Fiji, the original Fiji.
Yeah, I've been watching live since a season in Fiji.
Just not Fiji.
No.
Me and you, we are not so different.
Yeah, Fiji. I know a thing or two about that location.
But yeah, I will say doing this pod has been awesome. It's gotten me rediscovering my love of Survivor to the point where for the first time in a couple of years I probably will put an application in.
Okay, hell yeah.
Doubt it'll go anywhere, but I've learned quite a bit doing Minecraft Survivor stuff, so maybe I'll do a better audition too this time.
Hey.
But yeah, we're now entering the off season. So, should we talk a little bit about what might be coming up?
Oh yeah, we have some plans. We're not going to disappear. We got some things cooking up, Rob.
Oh, do we not want to say? We want
to no. I was throwing you an alley oop.
Okay. So next week, me and Brett probably gonna do a stupid long episode. If I had to take a guess.
Yeah.
We have independently ranked all 50 seasons of Survivor. And Brett is going to take our placements, average them together, and then figure out what our average placement is in our rankings of the 50 seasons. So we'll give a quick discussion about which seasons are the best, which seasons are the worst. If you
Argue
don't
a
have the
little
same,
bit.
if you
Yeah.
don't have the same worst season than me, I'm wondering what the fuck you're doing.
Oh God.
Um,
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm gonna check what yours is real quick. Okay, I'm
um,
not gonna give anything away. I look.
shouldn't be that hard to guess. It'll be interesting to talk about though, to see what seasons we are close on. Without going into there's one season that we were talking about before recording that we compared where we ranked them, and turns out we basically put them in the exact same spot,
Yep.
only like 2 spots separate. So,
Yep.
so I'm excited to see what seasons we have vastly different opinions on, because I'm sure there's a few.
It'll spark some discussion for sure.
Other than that, me and Brett are going to have a couple guests on to talk about Minecraft Survivor, which I'm excited to do that because Minecraft Survivor is something I've gotten really involved with over the last year and a half. So it'll be nice to go ahead and take a look at some of those seasons and talk to players who have been on those seasons.
Oh hell yeah! No, I'm not as up to date in my like Minecraft. I haven't watched a ton of Minecraft Survivor seasons, so like I'm excited to like do my homework a little bit. So like whoever we're gonna have on, obviously we're gonna have to watch their seasons beforehand if we haven't already. So it'll give me a reason to like actually lock in and watch more seasons than I have.
And it's worth saying, it might not just be Minecraft Survivors. We might be talking about Minecraft Big Brothers, Minecraft Traders. I don't know, what other game shows are there? The Circle, maybe, if someone wanted to do that, I guess. If you're interested in doing that, I will put a link to the form in the description. Hopefully, I will remember to do that. If not, someone message me on Discord and be like, Rob, gotta do this.
Please.
But I'll put a link to the form. No guarantee that if you fill it out, we do. No guarantee. But we'll see. Also, if you want to talk about a season, it has to be fully out on YouTube.
Yes, this is true.
We don't want to talk about a season that's ongoing. At least not one that me or Brett are not hosting. Maybe when my season starts coming out, maybe we could do something like that.
Ooh, yeah.
But not, I don't want to try to take thunder away from someone else's season. Unless maybe we had the host on. Maybe that would be better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that about does it. Any last things to say, Brett?
No, I mean it's been a great time. I don't know. I've never really done like this might be the longest podcast I've done. I've done like me and my friends have done like little podcasts before, but they usually kind of burn out after about, maybe 7 or 8. So, this new record for me. So I've enjoyed
far from a new record for me.
Well, I've enjoyed
a podcast where we've done, I think it's up to 160 episodes. So
ooh, we got some work to do. We got some work to do.
But I could see us gaining ground on that.
Yeah.
Especially because that pod is now a bi-weekly, so once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Instead of a weekly, so we'll see. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hope to continue to see you in the off season. Next week we will be ranking Survivor seasons. Who knows? Maybe at some point in the off season we'll rank the winners. Maybe.
Ooh,
who knows? That could be something we could do.
Oh yeah, we can brainstorm. That'd be good.
I have some other fun ideas we could do. We'll look into it.
Okay.
Until then, though, congratulations again to Aubrey. That's a wrap on season 50, y'all. I guess it's time to... Shit, I wasn't supposed to break the block.
Oh no, it's gone. Wait, let me hit a little bit of ooh. The tribe has spoken, season 50, the tribe has spoken.
Alright, bye everyone.
Later.